コロラド大学でアメリカンフットボール選手として活躍し、ワイドレシーバーとコーナーバックをこなす二刀流のトラビス・ハンターがちょっとした問題発言で話題になっています。ハンターはカレッジフットボール界で最高の栄誉とされるハイズマン賞を受賞するなど、2024年のタイトルを総なめにした天才アスリート。そんな彼が日本時間3月1日に米メディアの取材で、大谷翔平と自分の二刀流、どちらが難しいと思うかと聞かれ、多分僕の方が大変だ。フットボールは体に負担がかかるとコメントしました。この発言に対し、米紙ニューヨークポストの敏腕記者ジョン・ヘイマン氏が X で、誰も同意しないと反論。さらに、多くの専門家からも批判の声が上がっています。そんな中、ヤンキースのジャズ・チザムジュニア内野手も自身の X でハンターの発言に反応。素晴らしいアスリートだけど、同じじゃないよと釘を刺しました。また、米メディア、ベースボール・イズント・ボーリングが X のコメント欄で、この発言、どう思うと投票を募ったところ、同意するが 8.8%、ありえないが 91.2% という結果に。さらに、ポッドキャスト番組、ベースボールトゥデイでもこの話題が大きく取り上げられていましたので、日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
All right, in the meantime, speaking of electrifying, Shohei didn't wait long to go to work. How was that first spring training at bat working out, Shohei?
3-2 pitch. That's hammered to left. This ball's heading back. This ball's gone. Welcome to 2025, Shohei Ohtani, as the show continues to roll.
I know everything sounds better in Arizona. That frickin' sounded like a rocket ship.
It always does off his bat. I just don't understand how he hits the ball so dang hard.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
How many homers?
This year?
Yeah.
40.
God, that's going to be such a bummer.
I think 40 is, I feel like 40 is the benchmark for Shohei every single year, which is pretty crazy.
Isn't that ridiculous that we're all going to be like, oh, he hit 41 homers?
No, I know. People are going to start getting used to what he does, and we shouldn't. We just should never get used to it.
Let's get to the bigger topic, because this was beautiful. It happened here in Indianapolis, where my worlds combine. My baseball and my NFL world, they came, right? Because Shohei, of course, amazing hitter, 3-time MVP, and when he's right on the pitching mound, he is freaking filthy. Well, Travis Hunter, for those of you that aren't familiar with him, just won the Heisman Trophy at Colorado. He's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. He is arguably the most talented player in the draft because he plays both ways. He's a 1,000-yard receiving receiver, and he's an amazing defensive back as well. Little raw in that area, but still exceptionally great. Could be the top corner available, a lot of people feel like, if he just focused on that. He plans on playing both at the NFL level, and I'm not talking about dabbling on one side of the football. He wants to play both. So the discussion about Travis Hunter, Shohei Ohtani, whose job is tougher, came up at the NFL Scouting Combine. So if you couldn't hear the question, he was asked, what's tougher, is what Shohei Ohtani does in baseball or what you do in football? And that was Travis Hunter's answer. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't mind the answer. What, you don't want this guy to be confident? Like, when did we stop wanting people to be confident? I don't understand it. Like, I am so on this guy's side. Like, yeah, he's like, what I do is harder. This is a mindset that you have to be an elite athlete. Okay. And like, I actually think it's not like a terrible statement either. I mean, I think cornerback is maybe the most physically demanding position, or I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it. Like, you have to be such an incredible athlete to be able to be a lockdown corner in the NFL. Okay. It's actually very similar to hitting in a regard where, like, you don't really control the variables. So there's some things you can control, you know, whether you're bumping at the line or whatever, but like you don't know necessarily the route a guy is going to run. You just have to figure it out. Like, it is an incredibly difficult job, and the NFL is harder on your body than like baseball. That's baseball has its things. Okay, it's a long season and it's a lot, but football is harder on your body. That's the truth. I would say that the only qualm I have, I guess, with it is like Shohei has won an MVP. So like, is he going to win an MVP in the NFL? And people have done what he's trying to do. Nobody's ever done what Shohei's done, and Shohei's just done on such a high level. So like, if he is the top cornerback and the top receiver in the league at the same time, then man, I'll be ecstatic for the guy. So I don't know. I have no problem with what he said, mainly because he has to be confident, and I like that. But I'll say that Shohei obviously has proved a little bit more.
He's also 21 years old, Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn 22 until May.
I'm in,
Let's
dude.
not turn this into something that's not like, well, Travis Hunter believes that football's tougher than baseball. And let's accept it for what it is. It is greatness on so many levels. This is what we should be appreciating. Like Travis Hunter, Charles Woodson won the Heisman Trophy at the University of Michigan in the late 90s. He bested Peyton Manning. I think it was the 97 Heisman Trophy because he played a few offensive snaps a game. He was an incredible cornerback. But if he had just been a cornerback, he would not have won the Heisman Trophy. Travis Hunter played over 110 snaps per game. 110 snaps. He wants to do both. I don't think he'll be able to do both at that level of the NFL just because it's so physically demanding, and he weighed in at 188 pounds this weekend. So I'm not so sure that can happen. But I love it that he does have that confidence. And at the same time, let's not treat what Shohei does as, well, just because it's baseball, it's not that hard. You have been around pitchers the day after they throw 7 innings. Some of them can't move really well. And they certainly aren't going to go swing a bat 5 times against guys that are throwing 97 with movement. Shohei not only does it, dude never takes a day off. He could sit the day after he pitched. Remember at the beginning of this, we were like, well, we'll see how it works out. Maybe he won't hit the day after he pitches or something like to let him get his body right. That doesn't even factor into the equation anymore, Trev.
I also think it's a better discussion would be like if he played quarterback and cornerback, because I think that's kind of the better comparison between the two, right?
I'll tell you what I think it might be.
Pitcher and hitting.
Yeah.
I said hitting and cornerback are comparable because you don't control the variables, and then quarterback because you have the ball every snap.
Yeah. Here's what I would say it is. I think it's quarterback with pitching, and I think it's edge rusher in the NFL. And I think that because those guys, even the best in the world, don't play every snap. Like Max Crosby of the Raiders is one freak. There's games he goes without taking a single snap off. But Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, some of the best edge rushers, they'll play 89% of the snaps, right? They don't play every snap. When you're a cornerback, you're basically out there every play. Now, they could put him in some sort of package where he's only playing 15 or 20 snaps or something like that. I can't wait to find out because I love what we've seen out of Shohei at this level, and I am so thankful that we are around to see this, and it didn't happen in the 1910s when we don't know if it really happened or anything. We don't know what sort of competition they were playing against. But I can't wait to see what Travis Hunter does.
I'm excited too. I am.
He's going to be awesome. And he's supposedly a great kid too, on top of everything.
Let him. And guess what? Football is more physically demanding than baseball. Okay, just end that debate right now.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.